Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bible Show. Today I'll be making um, a back to school video. I'm gonna making a guide to college. Um, I'm thinking of going back to school, so I thought it'd be a very apt time to make a video. And I'm gonna be sharing just actually a lot of observations about the world that maybe I think connect to college that I'm I don't think I'm just doing it just to try to fit it in like a video for college. I think everything sort of relates, and I think it's going to be really insightful for any high school students, any up and coming freshmen. Um, I have my own batch. I have my own bachelor's degree. I have a bachelor's degree. I've been in college. Um, did the 3 years, 3.5 years, and I'm gonna be sharing some of like what I just said, some insights about the world and how they translate to college nowadays. And I'm also like gonna give you some practical advice from my own experience. So I think with college, I think college is a super a super cool opportunity in life in terms of networking. I think it's the perfect. It is the like the golden opportunity in life to really recreate yourself. And the reason for this, as we mentioned before on this channel, we have the cognitive origin of authority. That is the power, or cognitive origin, power, control. And I think as people grow in life, as people sort of develop their origins, as people sort of develop through their soul, and as people just get new experiences in life, as things happen, um, yeah, just things happen in life, or sometimes you push yourself and things happen. And there's a point where you grow and you try to like maybe change yourself, maybe you change your style, maybe you change like how you come off, maybe you change this about yourself, or maybe you change that about yourself. I think doing it in high school, or maybe you're in middle school, high school, like trying to change yourself, it's sure it's possible, but you gotta do it really slowly because you don't want people to like I think if you change too fast, if you change too fast, people are gonna hate you. Just like people are just gonna hate you if you change too fast. So that's sort of problems with sort of people or in a community that you already know. It's really hard. It's hard to recreate yourself because you have to do it really slowly, and maybe that's not the pace that you want to do it at. So college is the perfect opportunity. There's like, of course, if you're going to like a different college, maybe you're going to a college that's further from home where like a lot of people don't know you because they're it's far from your home, and so everyone's gonna be basically a stranger to you, and you're gonna be a stranger to them, and it's the perfect opportunity to just blow out like to a complete blowout makeover, maybe of your personality, maybe your style, and no one's gonna know because to them it's who you are, or I think maybe people will figure it out if it's like you're sort of awkward with it, but people will get used to it because that's sort of their first impression of you. They don't know who you were before, and at the same time, everyone else in college is trying to. A good amount of people are trying to sort of recreate themselves, to sort of push themselves to the next level, and have the perfect opportunity to set really set the stage for who they are as a person when everyone is a stranger. And when the school is so big, like state colleges that are like 15, 20,000 people, you can really easily like change. Maybe you're the skinny guy in high school now, and college, or now you're the buff gym guy, which is pretty cool. It's really cool. So college is it's the perfect opportunity for that. And I guess the next thing in line with that is friends and networking. I really dislike using the word networking because it makes me sound like I work at a college career fair, or it's just so cliche. But people sort of get the gist of what networking entails. But I hate sounding cliche. So I think a lot of people in college, they sort of meet their new best friends, which is pretty cool. So I think for anyone that's new and not in college yet, I think there's gonna be a lot of just like surprises in the people you meet. I wouldn't say life changing, but sometimes you'll have like destiny bonds where you just, you know, people by chance just happen to be just like you, which is pretty cool. And it's always just really cool just to have bonds like that, just going to the same school. It's always pretty cool. And that's probably going to be the strongest network that you have coming out of college, like the people that you're closest with. And I went to a relatively smaller school compared to like most colleges that people go to. So I guess one could say I would have like an easier opportunity to network, or it's build connections. But I think what a lot of people say, it is what you make of it. And to that I would say to avoid sounding to avoid saying anything useless. I think if you want something, I picked this up from someone very wise. It's like, what do you want? How bad do you want it? I think that's sort of the network that people develop in college, the friends, the circle you have in college. Like, what are the people that you want to spend time with, and how bad do you want to? How much do you really want to spend time with them? And that sort of becomes sort of like your circle in college. And I think a lot of people are going to have some more unique experiences than me with this, because I wasn't like a CS or like a major that was too big. So like professional networking, that's not really my expertise. But I'm sure I'm sure anyone in college can figure out professional networking to get a job out of college. Um, and there's like lots of job fairs to help with it. Professional networking, that should be pretty easy. What else? What else is there in college? There's a lot of free time in college. I think anyone that's been to college already knows that there's like so much free time in college. There's class, so you have Monday, one class that is like 2 hours. Then you have maybe another class in the afternoon. It's like an hour and 30 minutes. And then that's it. And then maybe Tuesday you have no classes, and then Wednesday you're double booked again. Double booked. So there's like so much free time in college. So really a great opportunity to explore like who you want to be as a person. It's sort of like that quote from Spider-Man. Sort of like there's the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. There's like an age, you know, as a man or just as a person, when you sort of choose like a sort of path that you want to live for the rest of your life. And yeah, with just the amount of free time you have in college, there's so much free time. There's like so much free time in college. Like I to the point where it's like I feel bad. I felt I felt I felt dishonest, like telling people I was in college, and people will like assume like everyone in college like is there's of course there's a lot of diligent people in college that study that like all they do is study in their free time and go to networking events, or et cetera, et cetera. But there's like for some of us, it's there's just so much free time. It's sort of uh, like people often get the some like people that haven't been to college or like parents to get the impression that college students are all very hard workers and they work very hard. But there's so much free time. It's like it sort of adds to the notion of why people think college is scam. Just the amount of free time, like how expensive like each class is, and I guess maybe that's the next point. Do you learn a lot in college? I think some people like depending on your major, like CS, maybe chemical engineering, maybe yeah, maybe that's what for like communications or like psychology. I think that's like a rehash. I mean, I think the work there is just the applications. A lot of applicable stuff like group projects and like research papers and all that stuff. But like discovering something brand new, it often if that's what your definition if that was is that if that is what someone's definition of learning is, discovery doesn't happen too much. Not a lot of discovery. All right, so I dorm a little bit. It's not the most comfortable if like especially with like dorming. If it's in your budget, I recommend getting a room for yourself. Dorming, like sleeping next to another person, with another person, you're just not the most comfortable. Um, and there's always like a little bit of tension, like I don't want to bother this person, but I really need to do this, and maybe I have to like it adds to your it takes away from your attention, like when you have to think about like giving this person privacy, giving this person personal space, getting privacy and personal space for yourself. So I think a lot of freshmen, what they do is like they go for the cheaper option to try to discover what it's like to live in like a bunker with two other guys or two other girls, and they realize unless they're okay with it and they really want to save money, I think a lot of people like want to get in apartments or switch to like a more expensive housing plan. Um, I think it's so interesting to tell people to just go with the expensive housing plans to begin with. I think another quote that people use often, like sometimes people usually learn the hard way. So to tell people that dorming with sleeping with like another person in the room is uncomfortable, I think people always try to get that discovery, gain discovery, cognitive origin, and then they pivot. But it really want 4 years to be a comfortable experience and to really maximize your attention towards um, more productive things and sort of how to share time with your roommate or share the room with your roommate. Definitely recommend with the go for the more expensive single housing plan. And most people don't talk to their roommates much. I think most people don't talk to their roommates much. I think that's my experience. Most people aren't too close to the roommates. They're close enough, like, hey, how you doing? Good to see you when you walk in the kitchen. Like just small talk, but not like best friends. I don't think a lot of people are best friends with roommates, and that's because just the chance of you having so much in common with one person that you are randomly assigned to dorm with, I think I would say that's relatively not the likeliest thing to happen. And if you're dorming, shower caddy. Shower caddy is essential. Just, yeah. There's not a lot of space in the restroom. Or if you go use a public restroom, it's just shower caddy. Uh, what else is there to talk about? So, I think having fun. I think having fun is it's. I think it's a great time to like, cause just the I would say, with how much money that people spend in college, it's good to have fun and like explore it, the luxury that your tuition has paid for. So really enjoy the luxury of your campus. Uh, take a look around. Take a look around your college town slash area, and maybe yeah, I think definitely it is important to have fun in college because once you're at work, depending where you work, you might be pretty miserable at your job. There might not be time to have fun. So definitely while you're still in college, have fun, really enjoy it if you can. Unless like, there's some people that are really in love with their careers or jobs, and maybe they have a career or job that can afford them the luxury to have more fun than they did in college. So it really depends. But having fun, I think, it's not it's not wrong to have fun in college. It's just like, how does it fit into your lifestyle? How does it fit into your life choices? And having fun, I guess. Uh, relate relationships. Relationships. Now, since this is the Bible show, I think definitely a lot of amazing. There's always like some Christian ministry on campus. I highly recommend you join that. If it's a newer college, you'll probably have like a Protestant ministry. But if it's an older college, probably have like a Catholic ministry or like Catholic Bible study group, which is cool. And in college, I went to a Protestant Bible study group, and I had a good time just reading the Bible, like doing scripture study with other fellow believers. It was fun. I always look forward to it, even though I miss some days. But when I came out, I look forward to it. It's always good to read scripture. Um, I went to a small school, so my Bible study was really small. And but for other college ministries, maybe it's larger, so maybe that can facilitate some sort of relationship. But when I was in college, it was like really small, like 10 people. And yeah, it was really small, like 10, 11, 12, 15 people. Really small ministry. But we were all pretty close because it was that small, so it was really lovely. And another thing about college, okay, now we're diving. This is a very interesting part. This is going to be very interesting. I know a lot of people are going to find this interesting. So, so the guys in college, I think definitely, I just keep thinking back to like the past. I keep thinking back to the past and how different it was. Like when money was cheaper, when I think people, like, I'll get into that later, but I just keep, I'm very bent on the past, even though I'm not from that generation. I'm really past that generation. Maybe a decade past that generation, but I think a lot of guys in college are focusing on themselves. Guys are focusing on themselves. So if you're a girl, really, yeah, I don't think any. Actually, guys are focusing on themselves, and girls are focusing on themselves. And yeah, I think this is sort of how college and society is progressing. With just everyone really focused on making money, and everyone knows this, but no one really wants a job. Like if a job paid you zero money, no one would go to a job. Most people won't go to a job. Um, so everyone's really focused on money, and so this makes the game in college pretty interesting. So it's like I think as a guy, you really have to be cool enough to really break a woman's attention from her studies, um, and convince her, not convince her, but sort of like it's actually you have to be cool enough to add her, to add yourself to like to her attention span. That's sort of I I think that's sort of the right way to phrase of how it works in college. Like so, I see so many like when I was in college and in the phase process of heading back to college, maybe um, just so many girls like so attentive when they're studying. It's like you just walking past people in the library, um, just just heads like staring at their just staring at their computers, typing, or just on their like just taking notes. Everyone is like every girl is like so focused on studying, and reasons for that. Well, the reason, the reason I propose, and it's well, not the reason I propose, but what she is probably thinking is that the guys are probably not interesting enough to take away from the potential career that she's going to have. So it's interesting. To me, it's like so interesting as I try to wrap my head around it. Um, and maybe how to alleviate some of the friction here. Is her career is more interesting than guys and then the guys at school, which is fair. Which is fair. I would say like the average girl in college is not attracted to 80% of the guys in college. Actually, 90%, like 95% actually. That is so crazy. This is 2020. I went to school in 2020 to 2024. And I can't like typing this out made me realize how the times have changed from a generation I didn't even live in. So this is sort of like big issue. And it's a big issue for other guys because it creates a lot of friction, like what we mentioned before. You sort of have to be cool enough to add yourself to her attention span. Uh, and I think what sucks is even if you were cool enough to get in a relationship, you're happy and all that stuff, it's really sad to see all these guys and girls miserable around you. Like studying for a job that you're excited about, but just it's more about the money. And for a guy to really, there's like a lot of girls that you want to talk to, if we're being honest. Like the guy in college is attracted to probably 80% of the girls in college. There's a lot of girls that you want to talk to, but it's really hard, and you have to really, and you're competing with career, like her career, her extracurricular activities, and it's sad. It's just sad that like most people, like most guys in college, look like pretty miserable, and it's just the misery goes around, and it's just doesn't make college a happy place. And was college? I'm sure college was a happy place, a happier place back in the 80s and 90s when there was more of connection, more. I was actually thinking about that earlier today. With the phone, there should be more connections, but yeah, I probably haven't thought that through long enough. But with the phone and Instagram and social media apps, there should be more connections. But seems like people at school barely know each other, and probably just because like if people are on their phones, it does take away from a lot of connections. There's been a lot of like cold approaches that guys miss because the lady's on her phone, and just the effort to get the girl off texting her phone is just maybe it's too much friction in that specific situation. So I think that's sort of the average college experience. So it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad when everyone around you is miserable. It's just not fun. And okay, so let's go say you are cool. Actually, let's go say yeah, let's go say you are cool enough as a guy. You're all cool enough as a guy. You made it into the dating pool. Um, I think there's really no easy girls in college. Really no easy girls. I think a lot of movies give the impression that a lot of movies in college give the impression that a lot of girls in college are super easy. But there's really like, unless the girl is like really really you know really put like really um, just it really doesn't look like what most girls at the school look like. She's probably going to be pretty easy, relatively easy. But besides that, like the average girl is no easy task. It takes a lot of effort. Definitely takes a lot of effort. If you don't really, especially if you're kind of interested in her, if you're really really interested in her, maybe you're in love. I think it takes less effort. But there's like no easy girls in college. I think most of the girls, most girls in college nowadays, especially nowadays, come any in the past come in as virgins, and they come out as still virgins. So I think it's nice. Ladies are maintaining their innocence. That's nice. But sort of part of the reason they are is because they find the male population just uninteresting, and not really out of virtue. Not It's not 100% because of virtue, which is not yeah, it's not as ideal as your innocence being 100% attributed to virtue. but just because the guys are interesting. So that's not that cool. But that's just nitpicking. And we talked. I think we went through sort of what girls like in college. It's just like there's no easy girls. There's no easy girls in college unless she's been around. Like maybe she's sort of been around in high school or not the prettiest girl out there. A little bit heavier. But besides that, there's like no easy girls in college. So I think that's pretty much it for women in college. I think guys. I guess for my ladies, all my ladies watching out there, not a lot of cool guys in college. Not a lot of. I'm thinking about someone I used to know in college. Um, Really cool guy. Really cool guy. Really cool guy. I hope he's doing well. But besides the person I'm thinking of, not a lot of cool people in college. Not a lot of cool guys in college. So I think a lot of women are going to be disappointed when they go to college. I think they're already disappointed. I think, yeah, I think actually I think women aren't even disappointed. I think they come in knowing it's just going to be like high school again, but just with more gravity, gravitas to the situation. And yeah, it's basically guys in college. Not a lot of cool guys in college. Not a lot. I think maybe what's interesting for a girl, like if you go to like a bigger state college, like maybe FSU or Penn State or like Georgia State, maybe a lot of you'll probably meet a lot of like cooler people there, like cooler guys there. Yeah, so probably like if you're a girl, your best bet to like have a good time, like meet some interesting people. Probably like a really really big school, and like a school with more of a sports culture. But besides that, the college experience is like it's nothing. It's nothing too. Yeah, it's nothing too interesting. I think there's this thing I thought about while I was in college. It's like the junior year effect. I think this is the year where like most girls in college they realize that there's no one. I forgot like back when I was in college and I remembered all the data points. I forgot the exact conclusion I came to, but I think it's sort of the year in college and women are usually 20 at this time, so in their prime years, so they usually realize that there's really no interesting men around them, and they really focus. They really like hone in on their career, hone in on like other stuff. I call it like the junior year. I think that's what I called it back in college, the junior year effect. Like for me, I was like, was I a junior at the time? Maybe I think I was a sophomore or something, but just the junior year effect. Like something about happens for like women when you hit 20. Just your perspective changes in college, and I'm pretty sure that's the conclusion I came to. There's just not a lot of um, interesting like they're just not interested in like college life as much. And sports, I didn't really do much sports in college. Sports sound fun. If you're good at sports, I would say it's fun. It's always fun to play sports with guys. I played sports in high school. It's really fun. Um, and besides that, I think um, I think that's all there is to college. 4 years they go. Actually, they don't go by that fast. Like depending on how much you push yourself to discover something new. If you discover something new every year, I think senior year is gonna go by kind of faster, but it'll be like a slow, unique. It'll be like a unique experience. It'll be going like on a fast roller coaster for the first time. That'll be interesting. But yeah, you'll meet a lot of cool people in college. Relationships don't seem like they're gonna get much better in college. Actually, I think like for some colleges, I think just have a lot of cool people. I think it's a lot easier. But not every college has cool people. So I really gotta. So I guess the big takeaway from this video, like depending on your life choice, gotta have that. Hopefully, you find that perfect balance of like a college that has like a lot of cool people, maybe campus ministry you want to go to, maybe a perfect major, perfect people to network, maybe help you get a job as like a reference to get a job. But yeah, it's just college is definitely an interesting time in your life. Um, some people change, some people stay the same. That song, "Put My Records On," came to mind. I hope this video was informative. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed.